probably jumped back in. Carson was walking over. I said for a mix-up, I was going to go back and forth. Do the knockout tour, but let's put Bowser in a different costume. Yeah. Okay. And... God damn it. I can cut past... You're sitting down, but... Alright. Okay, I can cut around a little bit to do this intro part. Carson was sitting down and I started coughing, so I'm just cutting past that awkward mess. I was going to say this will be a single video. This recording is just this knockout tour. And as always, I'm going to cut to the successful attempt and then end off with just footage of all the ways I failed. Because it's normally just getting past the beginning, and generally it's fine after that. This is literally all we're doing. Okay. Trying to do the knockout tour. Damn it.
Dude.
Now, again, the not drifting, that's far more consistent on knockout tours since knockout tour...
I know for a fact I've done the shit on a knockout tour. I can't remember if I did that on a like actual Grand Prix. I'm pretty sure I did.
On a Grand Prix, it works, but it also doesn't work. Because Grand Prix is one, like, race, and then you essentially reset your crap. Whereas this is one continuous thing. And because this is one continuous thing, once you basically get in line, you just start winning. Because the AI becomes less aggressive, but this basically lets you keep your stats. So, because you keep your stats, Bowser in the real racer has...
Yeah, but this is the knockout tour that has around the like end of it is the Mario Circuit, and the Mario Circuit part has a lot of like steep corners that doing this can be very hard to try and go around. Funny.
Oh, damn it! Fucking course. Damn it! Damn it! Oh, the fucking course. Everyone's right here. The Lions.
Like even when I won.
Oh, damn it!
Pianta.
The first section is the hardest, and then this course has that stupid Mario circuit part. And then it's pretty easy after that, except the one loss I had because of a fucking red shell. This strategy works, and I will not say that it doesn't. But for this strategy to truly 100% work, long suckers. I got 2 mushrooms. Boost, rock. This strategy works, but for this strategy to truly work, you need the good lineups. And when you get the good lineups, this strategy...
Basically like what you had happen there.
Yes. So I got one good round of decent RNG. Because I happen to get good boost items. Because in the video of the dude saying that this is like foolproof and will never fail, he gets multiple boost items. He only has to deal with like 2 blue shells across an entire knockout tour. And he was pretty consistent at getting a bunch of other stuff. This strategy works. It does work. But the problem, you need this strategy to have a little bit of positive RNG or any slight... Yeah, exactly. And then everyone's right here. And I fall behind. Because, of course, I could still catch up, but that's a good example. Because I wasn't far enough ahead to fucking matter. Okay.
Except the red shell for Brown hit them. Fuck you, toddler.
Just go ahead and jump. I would rather get potentially 2 better items. Good one. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, but I like the equalizing. I was also trying to talk about like the ranking where Mario Kart, the older games, had so much bullshit where you had to be in like first for like most of the race. If you got hit too many times, that was a penalty, and that was complete bullshit because that means a lightning and like blue shells and stuff in the old Mario Karts would cost you a rank. And that was complete and total horseshit. Because there was literally no way to avoid lightning and stuff. Like, oh, I get struck by lightning because lightning showed up. Oh, I've lost the arbitrary hit count. I got hit too many times. I suck at the game because I got hit by unavoidable nonsense. Oh, I do not deserve 3 stars. And then they made the ranking system.
Remember, Mario Kart Wii was so strict it would punish you for going off-road, but that meant you couldn't even take shortcuts.
No. There is a speed limit. If you go off-road and you're at maximum speed via a mushroom, it actually does not penalize you. People did test that. You can take shortcuts. The off-road punishment is driving at low speed off-road. So if you're going to risk it, you need maximum speed. Because you needed shortcuts and stuff to maintain. The problem was literally just off-road without boosting. And that was like the dumbest thing because Mario Kart is way too RNG dependent for that. So they made the ranking system do something that I do think was a good idea.
Oh, blue shell coming out.
I see it. Thankfully on this road, there's like a good 85-ish of getting the boost guys. It's a nearly 90% chance of just the one car driving up that drops mushrooms, which is cool. Anyway, the ranking system was dumb. And then they changed it where you needed to get first in every... Yeah, these are like really consistent. You needed to get first in every race, which makes sense. And I like the first in every race. Because that basically means there's less dumb shit. Because it doesn't matter if you ass pull a win in like nanoseconds. It's just this one curve. Right. Some drifting if I get a little bit risky. I've got mass protect. Right. Okay. Thank you. I drift and I do get my shit kicked in, but like...
Well, you say that, but that was only one shell. I would have
expected more, given...
I would have expected like a bunch of triples. Or like triples and like a fire flower or something.
How? I don't know, Bronco. But anyway, the ranking system made sense. And I like the... do crap behind the train. Do a risky adjustment. Because there was some item blocks. And of course I get the worst. Okay. I would rather have like a banana in a shell. I could deal with. Yeah, good enough. Anyway, the ranking system makes sense. I like the change. And for this part, generally, if you hit the rail, that's a good way because it automatically curves you. And now I'm maintaining. This is a good example as well, just because I don't have to try. Rails are really good in general in this specific part. Okay, good.
Good at the ass protect.
It's right here. I have too much of a lead. I win.
Ooh, motherfucker.
It only took an hour and 20. Ugh.
Yeah, the thing when I played this, it took like 2 hours. Because I literally kept getting fucked over by the beginning.
It's just the beginning part!
I said I literally, to like win the beginning, needed to get like a triple mushroom at the start. And then that first dual item blocks had to be like a triple mushroom and like a mega mushroom.
Okay.
That was literally the only way I could do it consistent enough.
Reminder to myself, in case I skipped over it. You got hit by a blue shell once, so I need to add 1 blue shell to that, like, bonus fell count. I unlocked multiple vehicles, and we unlocked the Pianta. I'm going to quickly finish my point, and then I can end off because I wasn't too angry and the RNG went well enough. But I will finish my point, and I do need to stop because I need to do some editing, start a render because it's like almost 4 in the morning. But basically, the ranking system, I can just open the Grand Prix, explain this thing. The ranking system in the Grand Prix makes sense. And I like the change where you win the 4 cups in the Grand Prix. You come in first in the 4 cups. That guarantees triple star. That is all you have to do. That makes sense. That's fine. I like that change. That, honestly, completely valid. That's a good change. Way better than ranking you based on getting hit in a game where being in first means there is an item that hits you that you can't avoid. But Knockout Tour, because I was trying to talk about it, and then I'm ending off. Knockout Tour, you need to pass every gate in first. The problem with Knockout Tour, the ranking system for the Grand Prix makes sense, but Knockout Tour is one continuous, basically, gauntlet. Basically needing to pass everything in Knockout Tour in first is just bad because you're winning, but oh, I passed the first gate in second place. That's not triple star worthy. When the ranking system doesn't make sense because it's a gauntlet, and most people seem to agree the ranking system should be entirely dependent on the final stretch of Knockout Tour. Because when you get to the final stretch, it says aim for first. And this would literally perfectly tie to the trophies. Gold trophy at that point would be triple star. Silver trophy would be double star. Bronze trophy would be single star. And then no trophy would be no stars. This is how I would have designed it, because realistically in a Knockout Tour, all that matters, in my opinion, is the final 4 places. Passing a gate in second place early on and losing a rank is dumb. And that is absolutely bad. And this strategy, basically, it works where you have to be an idiot, but then you have to hope that you don't get, 1,000,000 fucking blue shells. Because as it stands, for these failed attempts, I have to basically comb through an hour and a half of footage, pretty much, until I get to the points where I lose. Also, I can edit the footage basically in a way that's coherent, because I was going to show all the ways I lost, even if there's no commentary. I don't like the ranking system. Damn it, it's dumb. Grand Prix is fine. Mario Kart Grand Prix, that's fine. That ranking system, I can deal with. Now, I wish they would let you restart individual, tracks in a Grand Prix instead of needing to start over because one blue shell or like one lightning or one red shell or something can fuck you over, but that ranking system makes sense. This ranking system does not, because there is no reason to punish me for not passing every gate in first place in a mode about elimination, where in my mind, if you win the damn mode, does it really fucking matter? Oh, you passed the gate in second place. That is not triple star worthy, even though you came in first on the final fucking part of a mode about elimination. You arbitrarily did not come in first halfway through the mode. You're a terrible racer. Stupid. Fucking stupid. And I'm sure a lot of you agree with me. And I know my commentary is not the best, because I just get pissed off, because again, this Raw is about an hour and a half. But with my little rant over, I've swapped recording setups a little bit, so footage should be a little bit better. OBS updated, some settings got changed without me meaning to change those settings. It's not entirely my fault, I just forgot to do something, but anyway, it's fine. This has been the Boost Mushroom 150cc for Knockout Tour. They call it the Golden Rally, so that's probably how the video will be titled. So I guess a better thing. This has been the 150cc video for the Golden Rally, because they're all Ice Rally, Moon Rally, Spiny Rally, Cherry Rally, Acorn Rally, Cloud Rally, Heart Rally. Yeah, okay. I'll just call it the Golden. So, yeah, I'll just do it that way, because it literally says that. This has been the 150cc video for the Golden Rally. So, that went poorly. But now I'm going to chill for a moment. If you enjoyed the video, subscriptions to the YouTube channel help tremendously, but if you want to support the channel financially, there's normally a Patreon linked in the pinned comment or in the video description. Lowest tier is $1 and you get videos early. The other tiers should be self-explanatory, but you can ask if you need a better explanation for those tiers. Money would be helpful because there's a lot of stuff I want to do. While I say I don't really need money to do some slight things to make YouTube recording a continuous thing. Not that I'm asking for this, but realistically, I need like $1,000 to buy a bunch of nonsense specifically related to recording, because I wanted to get an extra hard drive and a like UPS power supply. I need an extra one because hard drive plugs are stupidly shaped. And I basically wanted to get some hard drives and the battery backup and redo some stuff. That's why I need like $1,000, because I was looking at some very large hard drives. But I don't want someone to feel enough pity to just drop me like $1,000, but I mean, that would be kind of nice. Hell, even I guess if I'm chilling a little bit, every little bit helps. But even just $100 would be kind of cool, so I could get some stuff piecemeal. But I don't want to sound desperate. Financially, it would just help so I could readjust some stuff because YouTube videos take up a ton of hard drive space. I've still got some space, but I wanted to put some footage on a different hard drive so I could basically take old footage. You know, I don't want to ramble too much. I'll just quickly explain this. Taking some smaller hard drives and basically moving their data to a bigger hard drive to save space. Because if I move data to a bigger hard drive and I unplug the small ones, that basically gives me more room. But anyway, gonna do my full outro. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later. it's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, I thought this topic would be interesting since I've basically been harping on this during quite a few videos. If you tried doing the one trick, what is your overall success rate? Because I'm trying to basically gauge the general success rate of people doing that, because I'm sure a lot of you probably had the exact same problem I'm having, where sometimes you try doing that trick, and even if everything is going well, you basically get fucked over, and even if you do the time rewind thing, you effectively lose because you need to constantly dodge blue shells. And that basically narrows your lead. And on top of that, you end up in a scenario where you basically get constantly fucked over by very random scattershot amounts of nonsense. But it mostly comes down to a blue shell gets fired. You dodge the blue shell with the time reversal. And then everyone hits you. You get past. You have a constant stream of bad RNG on the first section of a knockout tour, because most of my fucking losses amount to losing on the first section of a knockout tour, or one or two problematic parts of a knockout tour. This specific knockout tour has the two problematic areas I don't like outside of the beginning of the knockout tour, which is always going to be a problem in most of them. That stupid road area I kept bitching about, that is basically Toad Circuit, that area is stupid. That area is very hard to get through without drifting. So, it feels like as soon as I start drifting, I will always get fucked over. But the other problematic area is near the end. When you're wrapping up the knockout tour, the last two sections are very similar, and I'm kind of counting them as one bigger area, because the obstacles as you enter that forest area are incredibly stupid. This goes for section 5 and 6, so semantically my problem is 3 areas, but I don't really like the awkward section 5. 6 I don't think is as bad. The one dude's idea seems to work, but I feel like there is around a 20 or 30% chance you will basically lose because you got RNG fucked, and that absolutely bothers me. His strategy is not as foolproof as you think it would be, simply because a bunch of knockout tours do not give you nearly enough nonsense to make that foolproof. Consistent, yes. Foolproof, no. And I do feel like we're looking at basically 70% success and 30% failure. Maybe a 40% failure and a 60% success rate. Because the problem really is the first gate in almost every knockout tour is located in an area where you do not get enough fucking items to justify this stupid fucking ranking system. And you can see it in this footage because I show a bunch of failed attempts where I'm basically near the end and I do not have good enough items to overcome anyone that's ahead of me. And I always end up stopping right at the damn gate because I can't get past the gate in first. Which, again, this shouldn't be a requirement. I should get triple stars if I come in first on the last section, but I'm not here to bitch about that. I'm basically here to bitch about the one dude's trick being somewhat inconsistent, but it also does work. And I really do feel like drifting immediately gets everything in the game thrown at me. So, as a bonus question, how many of you also feel the same? You try the one trick, you're in a scenario where you feel like you need to drift because the curves are too damn tight and you cannot take those lines easily without drifting. So you drift just a little bit and then you get fucked over immediately, because that really does seem to happen. But I've been rambling for quite a while now. I was just trying to see if other people were stuck in a weird loop like I was, and technically still am, because sometimes that strategy absolutely goes off perfectly, but other times the slightest bit of inconvenient RNG will fuck you out of a win. And I know some people might say, oh, reversing time is basically somewhat risky, but if I didn't reverse time, I would get hit by the blue shell, and that is infinitely worse. Reversing time lets you dodge the blue shell, and if your lead is good enough and blue shells do not get fired frequently enough, you win, just hands down, because dodging the blue shell is overall worth the slight time loss because you keep your momentum. So you basically pick back up to full speed if you do that. And if you get a decent lead, you can dodge an occasional blue shell and be fine. But anyway, I'm rambling. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments. Or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope we come back someday. See you later.